Hello, all you healthy blood pressure warriors. My name is Ingrid, and I want to welcome you to the healthybloodpressure.com channel. High blood pressure is a common condition with many causes. Food habits, or what we eat, are one such cause. Some foods are worse than others when it comes to raising your blood pressure, and some other foods can help lower blood pressure. Let's look at the worst foods for high blood pressure first, and then we'll discuss the best foods. Most of the worst foods are bad because of their high sodium content. The dietary guidelines recommend no more than 2,300 milligrams a day, which is equivalent to about 1 teaspoon of table salt, whereas the American Heart Association recommends the ideal limit of no more than 1,500 milligrams per day for most adults, especially those with high blood pressure. Unfortunately, Americans eat on average about 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day, with only about 11% coming from the salt shaker. So even cutting back by 1,000 milligrams a day can lower high blood pressure and improve heart health. Having too much sodium in the blood creates problems for the kidneys because their function is to balance and flush. However, the body holds onto more water in order to dilute the sodium. This increases the fluid in the body and increases the volume of blood in the bloodstream. With increased blood volume, there is more work for the heart and more pressure on the blood vessels. Over time, this excessive pressure and increased work can stiffen blood vessels. This raises blood pressure and can lead to heart attack and stroke. Here are some of the foods that will raise blood pressure and have a negative impact on your health. Consider eliminating them, reducing the frequency of consumption, or find a way to make them more healthy. Pizza is loaded with cheese and many times topped with processed meat. Both the cheese and meat contain high amounts of salt. Even 2 slices of pizza can have more salt than half of what you should eat daily. Processed meat has a high amount of sodium. Just half a cup of pepperoni slices has almost half of your daily sodium limits. Red meat is high in saturated fats. This raises cholesterol, which can increase blood pressure. Whole grains like brown rice and quinoa are heart-healthy foods, but many brands sell grains mixed with sauces, seasonings, and salt. These grain mixes could raise the sodium levels in your body. A can of soup can contain sodium as high as 1,500 milligrams. This value is higher than 50% of your daily limit of sodium intake. If you're going to purchase soup, try to find the no salt added or low sodium kind. Frozen vegetables without seasoning are good to stock up on, but complete meals that are frozen contain high levels of sodium. This is especially true for meals that have meat or cheese. Look for options with 600 milligrams of sodium or less. Better yet, purchase frozen fruit and vegetables without anything extra and prepare a healthy meal at home. Most fast foods like burgers, fries, chicken fingers, and subs contain processed ingredients. These foods are typically high in sodium. Even the fast food places that are seen as healthy have foods that are high in sodium. The larger portion sizes also increases the amount of sodium consumed. Fried foods contain a lot of oil. Most of it is high in saturated fat and trans fat, which can increase your cholesterol. You could broil, bake, or roast instead of frying in oil. Using an air fryer is a faster and healthier way to prepare your foods with that delicious crispy crunch. Alcohol is not high in sodium, but when overly consumed has negative effects on your body. 1 or 2 glasses of alcohol a day should be the limit, but more than that can have a long-term impact on your blood pressure. Alcohol affects several functions of the body that regulate blood pressure. Prepackaged snacks such as chips, popcorn, and nuts have high amounts of salt. Low sodium or salt-free options are better for your blood pressure. Pickles are made in high amounts of salt to preserve them for a longer time. 2 pickle spears may contain as much as 700 milligrams of sodium. This is a high amount when paired with other sodium-rich foods. Now let's talk about the best foods that help lower blood pressure. These are typically rich in calcium, potassium, and magnesium. The balance between these 3 minerals regulates blood pressure. Since they are important to your blood pressure, how much should you get of each on a daily basis? Generally, adults need 1,000 milligrams daily of calcium. Once women are over 50 and men are over 71, their calcium needs increase to 1,200 milligrams per day. The best way to get calcium is through your food. Potassium is important, yet few get enough of it. Healthy adults should strive to get 3,500 to 4,700 milligrams daily from foods. Magnesium has different requirements for men and women. Generally, women should get 310 to 320 milligrams daily, while men should get 400 to 420 milligrams daily. Here are the foods to add to your meals that will help you get your recommended daily allowance. Bananas are easy to eat and are rich in potassium. Potassium helps in flushing out excess sodium and relaxes blood vessels. Thus, the heart can pump blood easily and reduce blood pressure. Spinach is also high in potassium. 3 cups of fresh spinach can give you about 475 milligrams of potassium. It's also high in calcium and magnesium. Both of them can lower blood pressure. Magnesium does this by increasing nitric oxide production. This relaxes blood vessels. Calcium affects blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels too. Both beets and beet greens are high in potassium. Also, beets are rich in nitrates. These nitrates convert into nitric oxide. Both white and sweet potatoes are high in potassium. One medium white potato has more than 600 milligrams of the helpful mineral, but frying them may do more harm than good. Bake or boil to get the nutritional benefits. The legume family is also rich in potassium and magnesium. This family includes beans and lentils. A cup of white beans contains more than 600 milligrams of potassium. Yogurt is high in calcium, which helps relax blood vessels, but try to eat plain yogurt instead of flavored ones. This is because flavored ones often have high amounts of sugar that can be harmful to your overall health. In summary, a healthy diet is essential to control high blood pressure. Eat more foods that help your heart pump blood more easily. These are foods rich in calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and avoid foods that are high in sodium. You can identify high sodium foods by looking at the product labels. Anything that shows sodium with a daily value of 20% or more is considered high in sodium, so choose foods that contain less than 20% daily value when you can. Continue to maintain a healthy lifestyle by exercising and reducing stress, and always take your medications as your doctor prescribes. If you'd like to incorporate other healthy and delicious foods into your daily eating, get our 101 Blood Pressure Lowering Foods ebook. As you probably already know, the #1 way to lower your blood pressure is to eat healthy. That's why we researched and wrote an ebook called 101 Foods to Lower Your Blood Pressure. This ebook contains all kinds of foods that are scientifically proven to lower your blood pressure, and we'd like to give it to you for free. Just go to healthybloodpressure.com and download it today. Thank you for watching, and have an amazing day.